Oh, I need to fix my camera. Why does it keep doing this to me? Hello, how are we done? See, probably means my other one's not going to be working either. How are we doing? Hello everyone, good to see you. Welcome along tonight. I am going to almost officially say the server is on its last legs. I've restarted it twice. We're now sitting here at 4 frames per second, having just loaded in. I'm hoping it's going to catch up. Otherwise, we might have to move. We might go and do something else. I know there's a big harvest on Gauge at the moment. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, and if things don't get any better, we are going to go for a little bit of a tour and jump over there and see what we can do. I might have to skip some time forward. It might be night time, but I'm sure they won't mind. It means someone else is in there getting some work done. But we've also got Lego to build. Probably brings me to our next question: is that camera going to be working? I'm going to have a look at that. Let's see. Oh yes, it is. Here we go. Here's my hand. Perfect. That's good. So we can carry on with what I really want to be doing tonight, which is carrying on building the combine, because it's looking so good and we're getting so much closer to having it all done. So there we go. We'll see what happens. We're slowly getting a few more frames. I know it takes a long time for this map to load. You see there all the crops and everything still coming in. But as you can see in a screen like this, I should have high FPS. Not actually doing anything, but it's still loading in. We'll see what happens. We have to change, And that'll be the price we have to pay. Still getting better. 10. It's the watching game of how many frames do we have. Good to see you all. Nice to have you here this evening. Cheers. We do have our normal whiskey. This is a Starwood. This is an Australian whiskey, so we're in an Australian map. Starwood Ruby, which is one I got out of the whiskey club, which I enjoy. So cheers, everyone. Now, Mike, good to see you, mate. I don't know if you're back yet, but I know you're on the road. Good to see you. Joran, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. It's quite of an interesting way to enter and leave a stream. Full space for hospital. Quick shower, stop at home, and then back to the office. Nice one. Appreciate you saying hello, mate. I do. Hey, Heath, how you doing? Good to see you, Brett. Welcome along. Aussie Dan, good evening to you, mate. Welcome. Kia ora, Scott. How you doing? Garrick is here. Good evening to you, Garrett. Craig, good evening. Good to see you. And Kenneth, saying hello from Denmark. Hello to you, Kenneth. The frames are building. It's kind of like a, I don't know, we're kind of slowly building power, aren't we? Doing any better than 13. Better than the 9 we started off on. I did have it. I was in here before, and I was sitting around 45 frames. So it does have the potential to go good, but like I say, I think the server is well and truly on its last legs. To be fair, it's never been the best performing server, and I know it's sort of restricted a whole lot of people, but I do have a copy of Hox's map, Willow River, which I've been having a look at, and that's going to be a great server. So I think when he releases that and it's out to the general public, we'll look to replace the server with that and get a 4x Aussie map up and running as a little bit of variety. So that is the plan. Right, while we sit here and see if my frames go any further, I'll give it another 5 or so minutes. Let's jump in here and have a look, because in terms of building, we're onto another bag of bits. So we've moved into the F bags and look up. I'm sitting on the floor at the moment. It's just taking up so much space, but there is the beast, and it is huge. Just taking up a lot of space. So we'll get that put there, because I think we're going to be building, as you can tell from this, some side panels. Dominator circuit to go on, class stuff to go on as well. There's a few pages there. Actually, we don't even need it. I could probably have left it sitting down there, but get it a little bit further out of the way. You can go and sit over there, because we're just going to be building pieces. Even look at the birds, even them flying at 13 frames per second. Not ideal. Not ideal, is it? Doesn't make much good fun viewing for you guys, but let's build. Let us build. Put that up just a touch. Put that up there. I've also been delayed tonight. I'm starting a football coaching course tomorrow. New Zealand Football C license, which is the first of their licenses to becoming a qualified football coach. So it's kind of the beginner entry of a C license, a B license, an A license, and then once you've done the A's, you can start to get your international coaching license. Not that I have any intention of ever going that far, but that's kind of the pathway. So help further my education in being a football coach. We'll see how that goes. Could be interesting. But I've had a whole lot of prep I've had to do. So watching videos, learning some of the fundamentals of football and defending and attacking and health and well-being and all of that sort of stuff. The round ball sort, Garrick. Soccer. So I've always coached in an academy for quite a while now. And so this is kind of a progression to advance that as well. I'm coaching at a bit of a higher level this year too. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I'm up for it. Right, still sitting there at 14 frames per second. I really am not holding out hope that we're going to do any farming on this server tonight, and maybe we will just pull the pin on it after this one because it's actually been down for 4 or 5 days and no one had played on it, so it served a purpose. It's been a good server to be able to jump on here and do some big farming while we're building this combine, but at the moment, it's not serving a purpose because all we're going to be doing is building a combine. Not doing any farming. I think it's meant to be over too. Overhang and an edge. Which means that one there overhangs an edge too. There we go. Mrs. Prof, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Right. So I think once we throw all of this bag, this is the combine finished because I'm pretty sure the last lot is all the little bits and pieces. The header and the header trailer. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. I'm looking forward to getting into that one. Edsy, g'day, good to see you. Hey Incendiary, how you doing? Good to see you. It's a round ball sport other than the cricket. One you use your feet for too, Garrick. How's your cricket team doing at the T20 World Cup? Or is that too soon? Not so good. No, that was a bit of a shock, really, wasn't it? Zimbabwe going through unbeaten. Alright. I'll tell you what, I am going to... We're not getting any better. It would have, if it was going to, it would have by now. See, the map's finished loading. All the fields in. So I don't think we are going anywhere anytime fast. So I'm going to jump over. Let's go and have a look at Gauge and see what's happening over there. Let's turn that off. Do this. Right. Let's go and have a look. Gauge, Kentucky. Come on. Stop that. Change over my mod folder. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you, mate. Hey, Farming, how you doing? Good morning. Need to whip it to complete the look and be truly a Yorkshireman. This is all the way from the UK, in fact. Picked this up at the Boundary Brewery in Hoyk, and we were there with FSG. I thought I'd get a authentic English tartan. Oh, not tartan. Tweed. Right, loading in. So keep on going. Yeah, the good thing with these is they're big pieces, so you can actually get through them relatively quickly. So as I was saying, there's quite a bit to do on gauge. Go and have a look here. While we're doing it, look. So yeah, the coaching course starts tomorrow at 9 AM and goes for 4 days. It's 8 hours a day, or yeah, 9 till 5 every day. What have I not got? Yeah, mod that's updated. Yeah. Can I get them from Mod Hub? I can. Okay. Get those installed, and then we'll be good. Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty full on few days. Does mean, unfortunately, I won't be able to do a stream on the weekend. I'll do a stream on Sunday. Still looking for a full-time map to play. I've tried so many, none have tickled your fancy yet. Any suggestions? Hox23 is working on his Aussie map, which I've had a brief look at. So it's a full-time map. It's based on what he used with DJ Modding's permission to use Judith Plains as the base. So it's actually got quite a lot of the same features as that in terms of custom crops and productions and all of those kind of things, which is kind of cool. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That's it. See if I got it right or not. Here we go. Right, that's loading in. I'm just going to see what needs to be done here. Yeah, so that one. That one's going to be out. Well, it seems to be going pretty well through testing. He's already done an update with a few comments and some feedback that others have given him. It's kind of cool. Missed a step. Missed a whole step out here. Depends what you want to do. There's, if you wanted to do bigger US farming, see Gage, Kentucky, which is where we're heading now. MRG's got a couple coming, although I don't think they're full-time. Oh no, actually Cortland is. Cortland's a 4X. I think that could be an option. Hey, no worries, Hyper. I'm actually changing maps. I'm going to go to Gage because in Nulla Creek I've restarted twice and the frame rates were like they were last week, and I noted the server had been down for most of the week, so I think we might be packing up shop out of there. But yeah, you're more than welcome to come and join us at Gage, of course. Right, yeah, look at that. That's a big panel, isn't it? Big side panel. I know the guys here are right in the middle of a big harvest at the moment, so hopefully we can get in and help out with some of that. Go and see what needs to be done. In fact, let's just have a squiz. Say, okay. Aussie Dan joined in there left. Join back in, Aussie Dan. Come and lend us a hand. Do's. 13 and 14 finish baling silage, take to farm bale sheet F20, 20 finish mowing and bale silage, take to farm 2 bale sheet. Look. Any good European ones? There seems to be many German. Yeah, there is a lot of German-based ones. The only one I can think of is Schweizing Bahnhof, which is what our realism multiplayer server is set at, or set on. The boys seem to be enjoying that one. Nothing but positive comments. We've got a DLC to discuss. Yeah, I'll let you lead the discussion on the DLC. Garrick, please tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. And then I'll rant. Tell you what I think. Bahnhof, yeah. Boring. I always find it interesting. 3, 4, 5. If I was to go through a list of all of the requests that the community have had for Farming Simulator 25 since it came out, I would be so surprised if I found any reference whatsoever to bulls, to adding pigs. Now, these guys, I hope they don't mind. I'm going to go and find a sleep trigger. Sleep trigger in here somewhere? Oh my, otherwise I'll just accelerate time. This frame rate's better. Wardrobe one there. If there's a wardrobe trigger, there's going to be a sleep trigger. Oh, it was outside the door. Here we go. Let's go for 7. I don't want to use up all the daylight. It just seems such an interesting thing to choose to add to the game. That's what I struggle with the most. And to make it a DLC linked edition as well. I don't know if anyone saw my Facebook post. I think the problem is they've kind of, we're just going over the same territory, same stuff we've had before. Okay, there's nothing new. Nothing really new and ground shattering coming through. So until that happens, I don't know what's going to happen. All right. Alfalfa clover, then 16 sunflower harvest, 16 soil samples. I thought there was a whole lot of harvesting to do. 48 ran out of time. F119. Let's have a look. Rather Aussie maps than German maps. Fair enough, too, Scott. Fair enough. Let's see if these are still loading in. 114 looks like it needs something done on, and 119 does as well. I also don't want to just jump in and harvest, so look back on that. List to do, to dos. 13 and 14 finish baling silage. So the baling silage I'm just worried about. Hard to do when I'm driving. Oh, this is the, I heard about this tractor. This tractor's glitched out somehow. No one can hop in and out of it. Can do this. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this tractor's gone all funny. No one can hop in and out of it. So. It's locking its in. Wonder. It's going to teleport that tractor or not? It's me. To teleport it. Can I hop into it now? No. See if it comes up. Tabbing through it. So that, I wonder if that's the next one on the list I can't tab into. And I'll try and do a map reset, eh? Let's do it. Reset. It's going to reset it too. Oh, because it's in use apparently. Interesting. Yeah, okay. It's well and truly stuck. Alright, interesting, interesting. Let's go and have a look. Figure out what we're going to do. It's not just as easy as jumping in and harvesting, is it? Alright, so that's all baled. There's a whole lot of baling to do over here. Is there finished baling straw? Can do that then. You reckon what's my chances of being able to do this while I'm trying to build some Lego as well? We'll see what I do. We'll see what we do. Sell it. I'll just reset. I just need to reset the map, I think. Reset the server. Should fix it. Courseplay. Oh, I like the mod that was released today, which uses Courseplay for steering assist. I thought that was pretty cool, being able to set up a Courseplay course and use that as your guided steering course. I was like, that is awesome. I'm pretty keen to give that one a nudge. That feels a whole lot of brings a whole lot of new things to us, which is pretty good. Hey Fiona, how you doing? I was going to be on Nulla Creek, however the server is not playing ball at all. My frame rates were terrible. I tried to reset it. I tried all sorts. So we've jumped the fence, swum over the pond. We're now here engaged, trying to do some tasks that are going to make it very hard to build Lego at the same time. We'll give it our best shot. Which is not obviously ideal. I enjoyed the big fields and the big farm, but let's see what we can do. Going to require a lot more attention. That's for sure. I must put something on the back of there. Oh. Okay, block back here. Yep, annoying Fiona, but it is what it is. So we'll be I will be at some point, that server will be becoming Fox's new map. Once that's out for the public, we'll transition the server over there, because that's still some big fields, big farms, just not quite as big as Nulla Creek is. So see what that brings. Try it now. Try Courseplay. Oh, no, I don't have that mod installed. Farming. I can't. It's not on the server. Alright, it's back where I was. Doing these. Hours of concentration are going to be tested. No arguments about that. You the right one? That's the right one. That's the right one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out today. I saw it on Mod Hub today. I mean, here's the other one. One, two, three. Is up there. That one up on top. Excellent. I had a little success last night, a little win with my fence pack I've been building for Winchester, or whether it would go on Mod Hub as well, and managed to get it functioning. I hadn't had it working to follow the terrain yet, but I finally managed to get it to work. I was very excited about that. Gotta go do some actual work. Have fun doing that, mate. Catch you soon. Appreciate you coming in and saying hello. Looks like it goes on the back of here. Find this class one. I think. There we go. Here it is all there. Hey Nina. How you doing? Good to see you. I can tell you what, this is a hot hat. It's almost too hot to be wearing. We'll survive. It has been incredibly warm here today. Nice late summer's day. Good. You get turn TV off and go to bed. So if I'm smart, I should be able to do this. Pull that off. Put those all on. It all goes to plan. Put the yellow one off the back. All in place. Beautiful. Welcome back, Mike. How you doing? Good to see you. I like that description of Courseplay, Garrett, too. You're like your only child. Your driver switcheroo. Solid work. Solid work. Are you out ploughing? Or have you been out ploughing tonight? Get that and that in the right spot. It's sun for 3 days now. The fields might actually dry up a bit. That's good. Good news. Good news. You remember this day because in 3 months' time you'll be saying it's too dry and we need some rain. Joys of farming, eh? The joys of farming. Anyhow, we did talk a little bit about the Viredo, or however you want to pronounce it. Is it Viredo? How you pronounce it? The thing I find, so this is my take on it, is it's great seeing a new manufacturer. It's great seeing new equipment we have had Vredo gear in previous versions of the game, made by modders. So it's not like it's a brand new thing. It's probably brand new for console players, but not brand new for everyone else. It's also not really a new, it's not bringing anything excitingly new to the game, right? It's stuff we've been able to do, spread slurry and manure and whatever else it's going to be able to do. So from that point of view, it's not really floating my boat. The overseeding, I'm still trying to understand and get my head around that one. It sounds like it's going to provide a yield improvement to your grass fields. So basically you're seeding your grass and putting a new grass seed in over top of your existing grass. If I've read it correctly and understood it correctly, it's not going to have any benefit on crops. Which makes sense. You wouldn't really overseed a crop and expect to get a benefit out of it. But grass, you kind of do. But my take is we're not getting any, and whether they're keeping their powder dry for the next game, and it's just the normal iterations. But we're down one DLC this year. There's only two DLCs in the map at the end. So we're down on DLCs. We're also, sorry, I'm kind of talking and doing two things at once. And it's, like the boars, just, I don't understand. People seem to be excited about it. And one of the comments actually Hawks said on my post today is like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Which is great if you haven't bought the season pass. If you bought the season pass, then you're probably going to be a little bit disappointed if it's not your cup of tea. But that's the risk you take buying the season pass, I suppose. But I want to see some new, like some real new features, like something that we haven't had. Like, can you remember? And I wasn't playing Farming Simulator when John Deere first came. But can you remember from what I understand, the excitement when John Deere became a brand? And I suppose there's a brand connection there. And it didn't really bring anything new to the game, but it brought a brand that was globally recognised and influential in the farming sphere. Whereas I think the game's got to the point of saturation where all of those influential players are here now, so they're looking, it's only niche markets and niche manufacturers that can start to bring something new. So I was thinking about it today, not while I drove into trees. But what is there that we haven't had in Farming Simulator, whether it be a farming practice, a technique, a crop, or something like that we haven't had properly done by giants in Farming Simulator that they could integrate into the game really well? And there's two popped up, and actually one person commented it on Facebook as well, was irrigation. Like, how cool would a DLC be that actually used the water mechanic that they have for rice and meant you could irrigate fields? And you could have 4 different irrigations. You could have little pot irrigators that you've got to move around. You could have a lateral irrigator which rolls across the field. You could have a big pivot irrigator and have to design your farm around it. Or you could have just a spray gun irrigator. Now, there was a spray gun irrigator which came out for FS19, which was kind of cool, but I've never seen it again. And it did the whole fertilizer technique. But how cool would it be to have something that does that? I mean, you're always going to be caught by the regional things, right, Jace? You're saying you want 40-foot air seeders like we have all over Australia. Well, I want to be able to put a cow in a pasture and move it, because we don't have a lot of barn raised animals in New Zealand. That's just not what we do. So you're always going to get caught out with that. That's always going to be the hardest part, because there's such a variance in agriculture globally. Never going to please anyone and everyone. So I guess that's where the risk of buying all the DLCs. But you look at like the Plains and Prairies pack last year was a good example, where they bought 3 or 4 different manufacturers and some new equipment, which was kind of cool. So the other one I thought of was top dressing. So actually bringing in planes and helicopters you could use. So we've got boats now. as the next natural progression top dressing. You can actually come in and aerial apply to your farms, and there might be some, I don't know how they'll do it from a mechanic to make it easily playable without overcomplicating controls and trying to build Flight Simulator. But to be able to put fertilizer and herbicide, for example, on using aerial applications would be really cool. It's something we don't have, right? People have tried it with varied levels of success, nothing done properly, nothing perfectly successful. There's an opportunity, I think, for giants to come through and go, right, let's lead this. Let's be the people who make this happen. Let's give the community this, because it's something that's been asked for. So, anyhow. Silly having pets like balls without the ability to shoot. See, that's the other thing, Garrick. 100%. That's what a lot of people have said. Oh, does that mean we're going to be able to shoot them? Well, no, you're not, because you're not allowed to have... It ruins their game rating, having weapons in there. So unfortunately, that's never going to come through. So, I don't know. Don't know the answer, don't know the silver bullet. It's the same reason, same rationale for having, I like if we can have boars, does that mean we can get bacon? No, you can't get bacon because that requires a abattoir or animal destruction. I don't know, maybe there's a way they could have different ratings. Maybe you could buy the PG version or the R13 version. I don't know. But then it's another game to try and manage. Don't know if there's a silver bullet. Oh, back when old John Deere had their, what was that one? I can't remember the name of that. I know the one you're talking about though, Mike. Peanuts in the new crop, we need next, lots of machines for that, and you can use the leftovers for hay. Yeah, so I reckon keep an eye out for what Connect Modding are doing, because Louise from Connect Modding put a post up early in the year, I suppose it's much the same thing, talking about some of the things they're going to be doing. And he was in a coffee shop, or he showed a photo of a coffee, and he said he was finishing off a coffee and talked about peanuts and coffee. So my take from that is that we're going to see Connect Modding bringing a map with, or bringing equipment that will bring both peanuts and coffee to the game. Trust me, I will be on that if we can, because good friends with Louise. He's just one of the nicest guys you would ever meet. Like, just what he did traveling to FarmCon, and it was a big effort for me, but he came all the way from Brazil, not even speaking English, with very limited grasp on English, and over a couple of times meeting him, I got very adept at conversing via Google Translate. But yeah, just heck of a nice young man. Hello, Mr. Haythornthwaite, how you doing? Good to see you. Bo, I saw you here too. Hello, welcome. Drones. Yeah, drone spraying. 100%. 100%. But yeah, there's so much could be done. And so much was left up to modders, and there's been a lot of conversation I've been reading lately about script mods and how many people, I'll put my hand up, are using AI to do some of those sort of things. Whether it's right or wrong, it is helping further the game. People who have an idea now have a means to at least be able to get close to producing something that can bring a feature to them, even if they don't do it on ModHub or release it publicly. At least there's an avenue for you to go in and create something to make the gameplay you want, the way you want it to play. Carter, here please. Well, my one's mostly done with AI, Mark. One you've been playing around with. Right. I mean, AI won't do it on its own. It still requires the correct inputs, the correct information, the correct prompts. It's only as good as the information you provide it, right? And your ability to assess what it's doing wrong, or what you think it's doing wrong, or what you think it needs to do better. Ordered your graphics card. You ordered your graphics card and a PC to go with it. The ball goes, yeah, exactly. That could be done. Could be done. Sorry, I'm kind of peering around the corner of my microphone to see all these pieces and I'm trying to do this and steer a tractor all at the same time. Which ain't going too bad, even if I do say so myself. So, Fiona, the mod that Mark has been playing with, which I kind of sneaked a peek on a couple of weeks ago. So I've made a script mod, Fiona, which is shearing twice a year. Basically, your sheep will get shorn in October and in April. That was the easiest way to do it because then it didn't matter what hemisphere you were, and it was always going to be in the middle of August, middle of spring or middle of autumn. And it's designed that the wool produced is the equivalent across those 2 months, or those 2 shearing cycles, is the equivalent to what you get over a year anyhow from the sheep. So you just get it in one big dump, or 2 big dumps, rather than equally across the season. So I'm just testing that at the moment. I've got a few things to go through, and my plan is to try and get it on Mod Hub, but we'll see. And then I'm doing another one which is similar for New Zealand for milking, where your milk production will peak in, you'll have a dry period, May, June, part of July, and then your milk production will ramp up. You'll sort of peak in September, October, and then from November it will start to slowly decrease until April-ish, when it'll basically go back to zero. And again, the idea is you'll produce the same amount of milk over a 12-month period using that mod. And I actually got the inspiration to do that from what Oz is doing with his moisture mod, because I was looking at that going, this mod is bringing 90% of the good stuff that came in seasons back to the game. Like, okay, we've got all of these season mods that are back. I need to try and get this in the right place a second. Oh, I've done this up the wrong way. That's my problem. Bother. Yeah, what Oz is doing with his moisture mod, I was like, actually, with what he's doing, he's halfway to having a seasons mod. The features that are in there are seasons. That was cool. I loved seasons in 2019. And that realism was what really got me going in Farm Sim. And so when I saw that, I was like, right, what's missing now? If he does that out of seasons, what's missing? Sharing. The wool production in seasons was seasonal. So that's where we've got to, anyhow. The Western saddle on the horse, yeah. Actually, it was the first one to know it's up and running. I'm starting to feel mighty sick by the day. Don't you be going and pulling sick days. So it ignores, yeah, I haven't got into that side of things. I'm just keeping it simple, Garrick. Basically, it ignores any animals that are 8 months or younger. But the only thing with it is if you buy sheep the month before they're meant to be shorn, then you'll get all the wool they would have produced over the previous 6 months, which to me is kind of realistic. If you buy sheep before shearing season, they're going to need to be shorn. You're kind of buying them with the wool on them. That's the way I look at it anyhow. And it's only that one-off instance. So it would be open to people exploiting it. You could buy the sheep, shear them, and then sell them all the next month. But if that's the way you want to play it, then you know, it's your choice. I'm more focused on trying to give people an opportunity for a bit of realism. Right, so that needs to go on the side of the combine. I might just get to the end here, pause that, and pause the truck and tractor. See if we can get this on. Now, breaking into things, this is getting harder and harder to pick up with one hand all the time. It's getting so heavy. Anyhow, Dr. Fish, I saw your comment. You spied a whiskey pairing. You did indeed. Today's whiskey is Starwood from Victoria, Australia, and a whiskey called Ruby, which was specifically created for the Whiskey Club. It's a sherry cask whiskey, and really enjoyed it. I got my first Starwood. I spotted it in Aussie when I was over there last year, and I really wanted to try it, and they had a little 200ml bottle. Duty free. Oh, don't knock that off. Okay. It's a little thin. Little fire extinguisher falls off too easy. Alright. So, all going to plan. That must slot up in there like that. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing. What did I have? It's up. Yeah, there we go. Right. Whoa. Here we go, we've got a side. Hard to see. We'll look at it a little bit later. That's one side done. Get some fire extinguisher put back on. Dramatic little piece, this thing. The bit it pushes onto isn't restrained on the back. The only way to really get it back on there properly is to pull the whole panel off. And it's very delicately poised. It's almost one where, dare I say, a little bit of adhesive might not be a bad idea. And reiterates my comments that I've made about how some of these pieces are quite flimsy. Right, there we go. And it's kind of cautious where you've got to put your finger or your thumb. Right. Pigs to go back to multiple. So I think it doesn't enhanced animals bring that? Give you a chance of different percentages of pigs? I'm pretty sure that's a mod that does that. Lambing seasons would be the next logical step from that as well. Oh yes, 100%. Yeah. I think that's going to be outside my wheelhouse, but I think there's other mods which might already have some of that kind of feature. I have to do a little bit of research into it. Yep, we're drifting. Hey Joy, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Yeah, I thought I'd go for the old cheese cutter tonight. It's actually funny, I'd forgotten I had this hat and I was looking for a different hat the other day and I spotted it. I was like, I haven't worn that for ages. Push it back out. It's proper tweed though, it's a bit warm. It's a bit warm on a hot summer's evening. The old dome's getting a bit toasty. Let's get turned around. Built up a fair amount of time in the past 2 weeks to take it out. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. I can't remember where Starwood is. Fiona. Is it around Melbourne, I think? Starwood whiskey. Let's have a look-ski. Am I 18 or over? That didn't actually ask me. I must have asked me before. Distillery tours and bar. 10 minutes from the CBD. Again, I'm guessing it's Melbourne because Victoria only has one CBD, yeah. Port Melbourne. I think Aussie would want to be there. True, you are there. I'd forgotten that, Bo. You are tuning in all the way from Victoria, Australia. Thanks, buddy. How's the trip going? Are you learning lots about how to sell stuff? Come dressed as a Yorkshireman in a hat. I've had many a comment about that already. Alright, let's whip it around and keep going with this. I've done alright. I'm kind of happy with my effort of bailing and building. Done too badly so far. Even if I do say so myself. What are you up to, Jaw? Doing something exciting on this fine evening? Played the new Apex, the new Arc Raiders update yet? Learning any trips on how to drink a beer already master. Yeah, come to New Zealand and drink proper beer, Hyper. Not a fan of Aussie beer. Might be a bit snobby, but how it is. I did find a couple I enjoyed when I was over there last. I just can't remember what they were called now. Definitely a very unique taste as old Aussie beer. Some of it. Great Northern, that was one of them. You are quite right on that. I want to say Bo, was it Bogues? I can't remember now. It wasn't Bogues. I know that's one. No, it was we've had this conversation before. I just can't remember them. It's a craft beer from up in Queensland somewhere, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's get back on this straight line that I'm meant to be doing. Oh, so there we go. It's still not that good, is it? Anything made in Aussies, the lager's too hot to make good ones here. Except for in Tasmania. Oh, both of those, Hyper, Bolter and Stone and Wood. And then there was another one I had in Manly, which came from Stone and Wood was probably my favourite one. Hoax is a Tassie beer with two heads on it. Yeah, no, Stone and Wood was probably my favourite now that you mentioned that name. Those. Two of those. There's one and there's two. And I need the closed one in there. What are we doing? We're saving. Okay. That's alright. Solve away. Been drinking a craft, you can't tell what it is though. Typically we get onto some short passes now, right? It's dangerous bow on tap. Oh, that clips on there. That's why you exported Foster's so you didn't have to drink it. Honestly, I wouldn't wish Foster's on my worst enemy. We've got some bad beers in New Zealand, but Foster's makes them look good. Alright. More fiddly little bits. I just wanted to do the other side panel. You'd rather drink water than Foster's. You're not alone. Alright, I'm going to come back and do these. Might just carry on with this big side panel because that's easy to do. I think. Oops. Let's turn that off. And there is still a section over here to go and do. We're going to do that. Even dishwater is better. Foster's only good for cleaning the barbecue. Oh my goodness, you guys are ruthless. Love it. Those things I was struggling up the hill. What's going on with it? Alright, can we sneak through this little... Yeah, we can go through this ditch, can't we? We'll be right. Got the 1050 on board, we're fine. Because they sponsored the Formula 1 or something. People thought it was good. Kind of like Heineken. Alright. Who saw the, who's been keeping an eye on the 8RX, the 540 high horsepower version of that? How good does that look? I haven't watched Grant Hilbert's Squad's video yet on it, but I've seen he's done a video on it, and I know Millennial Farmers shared a few little teasers about it all. It looks like a beast. Good marketing. It's about the only good thing that they've done, isn't it? It was Foster's Melbourne Cup too, that's a good point. It was indeed. I'll full send on the truck through the ditch. On the way out. Anything Aussie was in vogue in the world didn't know any better. Mate, it's Australian. Australian must be good. Come on, girl. Get her up. Get her up. Am I planning another Lego build after the completion of the Combine? I sure will. So I've got... What have I got to build? I bought the... Actually, I hadn't told. Say on the weekend? I brought the Lego tractor. A little Lego City tractor. That's only... Probably it's a single stream build, probably. So I'll have to plan something else big. I don't think I've got anything else hiding away. But definitely, you keen to get something else up and going. Got enough other sets, just not agricultural ones. And if possible, I'd love to keep the egg thing going. Kind of limited. Skip rows, yeah. There's only a couple left. I think that's us done. Should be the last one, Garrick. You do feel waterlogged. I recall you saying you were told last week not to drink too much. Not to get carried away. Sorry, I'm not able to join in online with you all, as in the middle of house trans, waiting on our tenants to move out. So we're fair enough. All good, mate. I'm sure a time will come when you're able to sync up and join in. It's nice having you in chat. Alright, I think that's us done. So let's turn that off. That's our partial bail. Oh, hype's gone. Out something. Here we go. Alright, hip hip hooray. You drank just enough. Hey, that's the perfect amount, right? Okay, let's just go and double check. I don't think I can tell if there's anything over there. I think that's all been bailed. Doing that correctly? Crashed on you. Okay. Unfortunate. I have an idea of something for you. Yeah, go for it, Mike. Drop me a line. It's all bailed over that side. Perfect. Let's mosey on out. Now I'll tell you what I might do is I might just try and go back and do those bits that we'd skip. Or I figure out what we're going to do next on the farming front. I appreciate you guys all being here. Thanks for tuning in this evening. You're all having a wonderful week. Alright, I'll just park that there for now. So let's just quickly back. Far back. What's this far back? So we'll do another one of those. Two, one, 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 and then I need one more of those bits. Where should be? There should be. Got it. This is for the top over here, so figure out what we're doing here. So that goes on the bottom. Into that. Stands up here. Like so. This and this which become friends. And that gets acquainted with that piece, and it gets acquainted with that piece. So they're like so. and clips it in there like so. There we go. Just can't quite see that, but just so this bit here on the front, we've just done this ladder by my thumb. That's what those two pieces, all those few pieces did. And this must be a gate by the looks of things. Alright, there we go. So backwards. I reckon I can do it fully backwards. And those bits clip onto there. There. Reverse engineered gate. Oh, it's not even a gate, it's a wing mirror. Aha, I stand corrected. Did I do that? Wrong piece on the wrong end. Alright, there we go. Sorted. It's going to be an easy piece to pop off unexpectedly, but sorted. Done. Did that not work? I build. Thought that would have been the right command there, Mrs. Prof. If Nightbot's not functional, Nightbot's working. I've got other Nightbot commands popping up. Did I miss Corbnut? I haven't got live chat on. Oh, goodness gracious. Corp, how you doing, mate? Oh, I didn't have my live chat up. It was on top. Catches me out, that one. It should be exclamation mark build. Should have worked. Alright, so we've done what we needed to do over there. There was a comment about mowing somewhere. Let's go and see about mowing. F120, finish mowing and bale silage to take to farm 2 to bale. So, what did I just say? Let's look, where's 20? 119 there, 121. Oh, 120 is down there. Huh. Looks like it's mine to me. I'm missing something. It looks pretty happily done. Unless we're talking about moving the bales and remowing it. Not quite sure about that. So I'm going to be cheeky. I'm going to go find a combine and hop into that because I'm sure there's some fields that need harvesting. That makes my job just a little bit easier. I think 119 right here is one of them. It is. So if we can find combine. One there. Grain header's probably over in that shed where I left it last time. Let's have a look. Jump into there for a second. Looking to get a few trains also on League. Not sure if I want to go 8 wide or 1 to 48 scale. Interesting concept. I really don't know how well not. Oops. Overturned. Alright, just going to see if we can find this header. We might be able to pull it out. Send me a message. I will take a look. It's on the back of the pickup. Okay. Well, we will just drive over and then the pickup can pull that over. Chinook's on the drone. Got the drone bug. Yeah, he does. He does. It is a beautiful part of the world. I'm not sure what beach is. I think it's out on out where he lives out. It's north of Auckland. But yeah, definitely a beautiful part of the country. Very lucky we are. Alright, is there some space up here on the left? I'm hoping we can just shoot in here and stage from. Looks pretty good to me. Alright. That's that done. Yeah, first time. Ryan, hey. Hey mate, how you doing? Good to see you. We had to pull the pin on NULLA tonight because the server was playing up, so we might after a couple of weeks, it's 2 weeks in a row we've had some issues with the server that we're going to pull the pin on the server completely and wait till Hox's map comes out and we can play on that with the 4X. Which is frustrating to say the least, but that is what it is. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact the grain cart was going to be stuck on that tractor. It's a weird one, that. What's going on with it? It's already unfolded. Do that. It's out of the way. Yeah, I think it's just not properly optimized and a little bit poor on that front. So not ideal, but that's what it is. Harvest some barley here instead. Let's see if we can get some steering assist set up. This could take a wee while, I think, based on what I've learnt. The jake brake on the truck is intense, is it? I'm just wondering, is it possible? It doesn't even show that trailer. I wonder if I do it this way. Vehicles. Where's that? Can't. Right. Any? On there. Says that's in use too. That's obviously the issue. Reserve the same. Server. Alright, after all that though, this never finished building a route. Feel less bad for not rushing home today. Yeah, no worries, Ryan. Yeah. Hey Shia, how you doing? Great to see you. League of Bird is looking good. Stella's good. Stella's good. She tried to chase a rabbit tonight, and Mrs. Argsy was all sorts of flustered. She was going to run out on the road. Fortunately, she did not. She stopped in time. We might not get this done either. It's just a few seconds. It's a big bit of information for it to process. 2, 4, 5, 6. 8. Spend a second and pre-load some pieces. I'll play this game again of where's the missing piece? There it is. That was sorted. Oh goodness. Maybe this isn't gonna work. How complicated is this field? It's a pretty tough field for it to figure out, isn't it? Alright. Now let's just harvest and see what we can do. Yeah, there'll be a few reasons adding up for it anyhow. So far your save of NULLA is still going well. Yeah, I think single player it might be alright. It might be a combination of mods. It might be a bad mod we've got in there which is causing some chaos as well. Don't know. I don't know if we'll have a auger to unload there either. Piper might not be good enough to do that. We can try. Oh, free A. It'll give me a route eventually. Okay. Yeah, we're too. Hopefully, had this issue with this truck and combine last on the weekend as well. Oh, yours is on a server, Fiona. Ah, okay. Interesting. Hey, Chinook, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, mate. Keeping well? I haven't talked to you for a wee while. Hope all's going good in your world. Yeah, I think it's just a height thing with the triggers. I mean, now we're just talking about your drone. So you've been having fun getting your head around all of that. In a nice way, of course. Always a nice way. There we go. But of course. Right, so it's going to make Lego building so much easier. Let's get some another panel done. Always nice things to say about Chinook. Isn't that right, Mrs. Prof? Go, that looks like it should, and I have built all of that without you guys seeing any of it. Am I still enjoying the blanket's great? Blanket is great. I can see it's going to be fantastic in winter. Either keeping Stella warm or my back warm, one or the other. It's certainly well appreciated. Ah. And I missed the command. What's that one? So Hyper's going to lease another auger wagon. What's going to happen first? I'm going to be full or we'll get an auger wagon here. 21%. Chinook's face reveal video. Yep. Handsome man that he is. Oops. How are we doing? Just about at the corner. We want to see Aussie Willow River. Maybe Mr. Hawks. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. We've been talking about you, talking about the map, talking about putting it on a server, replacing our NULLA Creek one, which is not performing very nicely at the moment. Just a bit too big. I got it covered, Ryan. What size is this? This map is a 4x. So it's a decent sized map still. Which is good. If you're just joining in, we've put one side on the combine, so we've got covers on the right hand side. This will be the cover that goes on the left hand side. It's kind of cool. Cool little milestone, and I'm uncovering all these little printed parts that I didn't know I was getting, which is kind of cool too. Arkles Bay, right. I didn't know exactly where it was. There you go. You know, the worst part about New Zealand, Mrs. Prof, is that just about every other bay that you drive around on the coast in New Zealand looks like that. Good to hear it. When do you reckon, I know you're waiting for testing and all that, but testing seems to be going well with Willow River. What do you reckon? Middle of March for a release, or sooner than that, later than that? Of course, you've been building this combine too. Have you finished yours? You're a long way ahead of me, because it was probably almost a month ago you were doing your cab. I'm assuming you're a fair way through it. Drinks break. Where are we in the world then of this field? We're here. You know what I might do? I might almost turn and see if I can go straight back down like that, rather than knocking off a big full headland. I reckon. Good idea, bad idea? I reckon that row there might get us most of the way back down. I don't know, maybe we'll keep going around. There's probably no harm to keeping going around. Oh, Ryan said that's how he'd do it, so that's how we're going to do it. The downside is if I fill up when I'm through there is we're going to get trapped. Alright, we'll go on Ryan's advice. Then we can go around the headland once more. And the field will be well and truly opened up. Two of those, one of those. How are we doing for time? 10:25. Motoring along. Tell you what, I'm going to be feeling pretty exhausted the next couple of days, I reckon. But in saying that, I'll see how I'm going tomorrow night. I really want to do another stream building the shed, so depending how I feel when I get home, I might jump on and do that tomorrow night. Tell you what, just about got it perfect, haven't we? Just about judged us perfectly. Why is there being an encroachment on the hallway? I'm just keeping an eye out here because we've got a little bit of inning and outing to do. Not sure yet, fixed a few little things, waiting for some more feedback, but things are looking good so far. Oh, nice one. There we go, so. Just have to go follow Hox on Facebook, keep up to date, or and sign up for his Patreon too. He's got a free member section which gives you updates. Well, so another way to keep up to date with what's going on. Right, how far does this piece in here on the left go? We can do that. Good to see you, Chad. Welcome along, mate. Glad you made it. Hope you're doing well. Why can I not find this flat square? This doesn't bode well. Where does this piece of field go? Oh, goodness. Should have looked at that before I carried in here. Bit of video tomorrow afternoon from Shakespeare Park with the drone. I'm trying to figure out the voice audio. Oh. That's very Chinook. This field is bonkers. Where does it go? Alright, we're gonna let's carry wrong around to the left. I know what I'll do here. Do this bit as an island. Then we can carry on back where I was. Finish building the combine before I finish harvesting this field is probably not wrong. Especially if I've completely lost a piece. Ah, no, there it is. Third time looking. How many times does that happen to people when you're building Lego and you just cannot for the life of you find what you're looking for, and then fresh eyes will come in, or you have another look and you go, how could I not see that? That eureka moment. Not a Lego build friendly field. It is not, Mrs. Prof. It is not. Still, it's more friendly doing this than it was trying to bale a field. Although baling doesn't quite require as much precision and concentration as this does. This is my grain cart driver. He's obviously had to go and brew his drink. Whoa, what's going on here? Welcome along everyone, hope you're all well. Thanks for stopping in, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. If you're new to the channel, if this is the first time you've joined in, thank you. We build Lego, or build something, most Wednesday nights. Stream here. I cannot get that to squeeze in, that is tight. And then we also stream on a weekend, on a Sunday morning normally, but I won't be this weekend unfortunately. Anyone who wasn't here earlier, I'm doing a football coaching course for the next 4 days, which is 9 AM till 5 PM the 4 days. Basically getting my first level of license for, not so much, I wouldn't say professional coaching, but in what they call it's the New Zealand Football C license, which is kind of the first level of being of coaching accreditation qualification. So that takes place, or starts tomorrow, and right, let's sort it out. Yeah, it goes for 4 days. So I've had to do a whole lot of bits and pieces beforehand too. So there's studying football tactics and objectives and goals and all sorts of other things for a little bit before the stream. Missed a bit, thank you, Garrick. I don't think I'm going to miss many a bit. Sorry, Hyper. You've got a new knitting project on the go, share. Nice one. Nice. Oh my goodness, I'm picking all the wrong rows to look onto. I reckon we're going to get around. It hasn't taken us too... We haven't been filling up too quickly. Barley, which is good. Here's a chance though, let's unload while we're in a convenient spot to do so. That's meant to do. Yeah. Move that there, 3 of those. I like the realistic unload on some of these augers too. Like this is legitimately a good slow unload. Leaving? Yep. So what is your knitting project? Share? Do tell, do tell. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, Hyper. I was joking that you were having to brew your drink. Whatever it was you were getting. Oh. Alright, look at that, once round. Wow, not actually. I do need to brew a few this weekend, very low stock. Another blanket for FS Farmer. Nice. Love what you do for the community share. Rock knitting and music go well together. Are we back? Looks like I'm back. How are we doing? Let's try and load it up on my phone. See if I could go through there. Forgot to feed the hamster. Maybe it's time for a new PC. It's the crashing I've had happen before. Which I think is a symptom of my PC getting too hot, and it is a very warm night here tonight, so I think that's what the problem has been. That's what's caused it tonight. So anyhow, well, what are we at? We're at 10:40, so I'm probably not going to bother booting the game back up. To be perfectly honest, I might just sit here and we can chat and build a bit more Lego for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Just focus on that, and then we can call it quits. Call it quits. At least get this last side panel on. But that's for an objective. So we can get that done. But yes, frustrating. It's, like I said, it hasn't done that for a long time. That's annoying. New PC is a serious consideration at the moment. We goodness, I got into the wrong industry. My oldest son, he got braces last year, and the purpose for the braces is to, one of his canine teeth wasn't coming down in the right spot. His baby tooth hadn't come out, so his adult tooth was growing across behind his teeth instead of down. So he's got braces at the moment. They removed the baby tooth, and the braces are there to open the gap up and keep the gap open so that tooth had something to go into or grow into, as the case may be. Well, the tooth hasn't moved where it was meant to move to, so he's now so the idea was that the tooth might grow into it, but it hasn't. So he's now having to have oral surgery in a month's time, and they're going to cut the roof of his mouth open, hook a bracket onto the bit of back of his tooth, and then there'll be a chain on that bracket which will be hooked to his braces, and then over the period of through every 4 or 6 weeks they'll take a link out of the chain and shorten it and tension it, and the whole idea is that will pull his tooth down into the right place. It's an hour-and-a-half procedure, and he will be under a general anaesthetic, so it will have an anaesthetist. But I could buy a brand new PC for a considerable amount less than what that's going to cost. It blew my mind. I was like, goodness, I'm in the wrong profession. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm also not going to go back and retrain as a dentist. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, doggo. That's not the dog, it's my son. It's my oldest boy, Mrs. Prof. I did say canine there, didn't I? Canine tooth. It's the pointy ones. So I'm impressed that you missed me streaming on Twitch. You must have only watched the 20 minutes of Twitch that I streamed once in my entire gaming streaming career. So I'm impressed that one, you've missed me, but two, that you managed to find me. Thanks for going out of the way to hunt me down. Channel memberships are free, so if you missed me that much, make sure you turn on notification bells, and if you become a channel member, then you'll get all sorts of extra perks and benefits. Just click on that link down there and we'll be best of friends forever. Alright, let's see where we're up to. He'll be fine. He's getting it done, but it's only a few days before his birthday. But it's, we're going away earlier in the school holidays for his birthday, so it was a compromise. Alright, there we go. That folds are cool. You get perks. Hey, Chinook. Thank you, mate. 5 gifted memberships. You followed me on with your wife when you did some 25 streams a long time ago. Really? Oh, I can't recall that, but anyhow. If you're legit, then it's good to have you here, mate. I'm sorry if I've made some assumptions, but I've never streamed on Twitch, so maybe you're thinking of someone else. Right. Let's see. Of course, no sub for Bo, no membership for Bo there either, which is no surprise. He doesn't get memberships anymore. Who did get memberships though? Alexander, Jason, Just Mick, Mushin, and Ronnie Johansson. Appreciate you, Chinook. Thanks, mate. First, even has the same logo. I do have a Twitch channel. I've only streamed on it once, and I don't know if I've ever watched anyone on Twitch on Samsung. But hey, if I have, then more power to you for hunting me down and finding me here. I think I've got everything I need. No, I need that. Here we go. Some guy used to be on Twitch. No, I don't know. Maybe. Anyhow, are you still doing FS25 stuff? Started? You playing some FS25? FSG's the farm sim guy too, in case you're wondering who Mrs. Prof is talking about. Which it's funny just talking, not having anything. You know what it's gonna work. Don't play David Bowie. That'll get me copyright strike. Yeah. Working on recording a Let's Play Survival Series of 25. Good on ya. Are you on Twitch or YouTube? I want to go and have a look now. I've just preemptively done something. Doing the right thing, haven't I? I've done wrong. That's right. Okay, that bit's right. That bit's right. Oh, they don't actually... Oh, they just clip in there. They don't actually go together. Only on Twitch, the mainly RuneScape stuff, but been inactive for a long time. Okay. Oh, I apologise if I jumped to the conclusion that weren't who I thought you were. But good to see you. And thanks for coming in and saying hello. Appreciate that. Oh, you're in the Manawatu in New Zealand. Well, there we go. What part of the Manawatu are you in? Just need to know how far away you are. I've got two of those. Where's the other one? No? Oh, you're in Wanganui. Oh, nice. Not too far away. Too far away. I am a Kiwi. Yep. You'll have to keep an eye out then for next time I do a community event, because I'm a cultivator for Farming Simulator, so I did a event in Fielding last year, which reminds me I still haven't done a video of that for poor Floyd. I'm sorry, Floyd. Did an interview and everything with him and he was buzzing about that, and I just have been absolutely tardy with putting that together. I knew he was looking forward to that. It's not my best work. Yeah, in Fielding. That was it. Read about it in some newsletter. Yeah, because Giants shared it on their blog. Probably where you would have seen it. Thanks everyone for hanging around after my little little crash. My little computer overheating going, I've done too much, Argsy. It's too hot. It's going, I'm almost 6 years old, it must be time for a new one. If I crash enough, then you'll have no choice but to buy one. This is Args who'll be sitting there going, don't you dare do that to him, PC. Don't you do that. Alright, here we go. Almost done this one. We've got an elevator to build. Oh, that's the ladder. Ladder and then the auger. Ooh, what do you reckon? Can we get through that? What are we, 1054? Not. Probably not. Harvested a drop off. I started hitting, I'm dropping frames. Yeah. That'll be Starlink this time rather than the computer dying on me. Been there, done that. Finding an excuse for a new PC. Maybe I could use you as justification, Mike. Mike got one, surely I could get one too. Alright. Let's have a look here. I picked up under a piece of plastic. Alright, let's see if I can get this into shot. There we go. The beast. The big behemoth. So I've got those 2 points which must connect on there, and then that goes up over the top of there. One of those must go in there. I'm just trying to figure out my anchor points for this. There we go. It's on. Oops. Banging the microphone. Sorry, folks. It's decided to go walkabout. Alright, like any good agricultural shielding, it feels flimsy. But it's on. Let's not touch it anymore. Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. We'll do this. Oh. Look at that. Here we go. It's a combine. All it's missing now is the auger. And the stairs. So stairs to go on there. Auger to go up there. That's the last two things we've got to make. And then the combine is actually complete once those are done. That auger. Yeah. It's pretty cool from that way around. There it is from the back. Ladder going up there. This is my combine. Oh. I think I said probably pays for a stick. I haven't even looked at the price of RAM lately, but I know it's definitely getting up there. Definitely getting up there. So I am going to call it quits there. But yeah, maybe it is time to start looking. Just cheaper to buy a new PC. Sometimes it is, to be honest. I'll just do it and ask for forgiveness, Mrs. Prof. That's how I work. Pre-builts are pretty crap or have super expensive components. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Can't get over how big it is, I know. I know. Ridiculous. I'm looking forward to having it all built though. The header on it's going to be massive too. Nice and wide. So yeah, we're on page 289. 289 of the manual, and it goes up to finish. $373. So we've got less than 100 pages to go, about 90 pages to go. The header trailer goes from the last command is number 99. And command instructions is to build the header trailer. Header trailer is 43 to 99, so there's about 55, 56 commands for that, and the header itself is going to be a lot of repetitiveness. The header itself doesn't actually. Oh no, that's got. Oh goodness. The header itself has 128 pieces to it, so you've got to build the header, and then you've got to build the reel. So, in fact, what we've got left to finish the combine goes up to page number 101, and we're currently on, we've just finished 79, so we've only got about 20 steps left to go to getting that done. Alright. Perfect. What's in that glass? What's in my glass? This one? This is whiskey, Starwood. Very nice. Nice colour. Glass looks filthy though. To link work. Maybe I just had to turn Nightbot on. And he paid $500. 500 US though, bike. Yeah, so this is yeah, Decada. That link is where you'll find that one. So it's one I imported, but you can get them in New Zealand. There is some places like Mighty 8 might sell it now. Yeah. Oh, cool. Thank you everyone, appreciate you being here, appreciate you sticking through all the little technical glitches and issues we had with servers and then a crash there at the end. So thank you, it's been nice to get into that. Keep an eye out. I won't make an announcement if I stream tomorrow night, it'll just go live, and I'm on to carry on building a bit more of the shed. So we'll see how we go. I've really enjoyed doing those couple of streams, doing that. It's been a lot of fun and a fun process, obviously, to get it done, and it's been a fun shed to build, and really happy actually with the results of it too. I think it looks really good. The only thing I'd like to maybe change is make the metal a bit redder rather than grey, but it's neither here nor there. I might have a look through some of the pre-built and see if there's some textures I could use which might work better than that as well. So we'll see. But anyhow, thank you everyone. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. As I said, there won't be a live stream on the weekend either. Nothing on Sunday. So next live stream, if not tomorrow night, will be next Wednesday. But yeah, thanks Garrick. I will make a point of it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm nervous, apprehensive, worried I'm going to be completely out of my depth. But we'll see how we go. I'm sure it'll come. All the modules I've done online so far already seemed pretty intuitive. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully lots of learning. That's going to be the main thing. If I go there and don't learn anything, I'll probably be more worried. So, anyhow, thank you everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun doing whatever it is you are doing. And I'll catch you again soon. Bye.